this is it. This is the final episode review for SpongeBob Season 4. It's been quite a journey, and I've had a lot of fun expressing all my love for this season. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed these reviews as well. And also, yes, before you ask me, I did hear that there has been a Nintendo Direct announced on the 21st, tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it like the absolute minute it comes out, because I usually sleep into like 11:30 to maybe 12, so my reaction might be a little late, but you are going to get my reaction as well as the back-to-back-to-back 4 in a row Aquatic Neptune SpongeBob reactions to end off this month. So, yep. Getting down to the wire now, and I can just say it's been fun, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the content. Okay, now let's get to the order of business of the day, starting with best day ever. In this episode, SpongeBob thinks he's going to have the best day ever, but then literally everything that could go wrong does go wrong. So, yeah, that's pretty much the simplest way I can explain this. And as for the episode itself, it's okay. I can understand why some people hated it when it first came out, especially because of all the over-promotion that Nickelodeon did for it. But at the same time, I don't really have that kind of memory with that, so I think the first time I saw it was on a rerun, so I didn't have the displeasure of having to be disappointed like that. But as far as the episode goes, it's okay. I can see why most people really don't like it, but it's okay. It's fine. Highlights for the episode are the song. Yes, I do like the song. Shut up. I'm allowed to like the song. Not to mention, I'm pretty much, required to like the song because it's from the SpongeBob movie's end credits. So, yeah. Is it a bit generic pop music? Sure, but Tom Kenny does the best he can. And he does put on a decent vocal performance, and it does have a nice upbeat positivity to it, so I can't hate this song. I personally really like it. I don't love it, but I like it. In moderation. If you play it over and over in my head, then I'm gonna get sick of it, but that's the point. I especially really like the moment where he's so excited he thinks he's gonna explode, and he literally explodes. Like, that's funny. And then the second highlight is much later down the line of the episode, where it looks like Squidward is not going to be able to do his concert because his reed is shot. So SpongeBob, in an actually pretty clever, ingenious move, rips out one of his teeth and puts it in the reed and then puts it back on the clarinet. Like, that's really good. That's a really cool and clever solution to a problem. And also, honorable mention to all the theater patron gags, like drilling a hole through the door just to find out that you were inside the whole time, or the puppet gag. Like, those gags are funny too. So, yeah, I can't really hate this episode. Can I call it good? No, I can't, because Patrick does act like a bit of a turd in this episode, and it does seem a bit self-centered with its very poorly delivered moral. But, I mean, outside of that, it's okay. It's a fine episode. I don't hate it. I just can't really think much of it. It's fine at best. And at worst, it's just a little below average. It's far from the horrible pile of garbage that most people make it out to be. So, final verdict for this episode is a dead center 5 out of 10. It is an average episode. It's an okay episode that I don't mind rewatching, but I wouldn't mind skipping it either. It depends on my mood on the day. Okay, now for the Season 4 finale. Let's get done The Gift of Gum. I might get some hate comments for this one. I think that this episode is decent. It's okay. It's fine. It's decent. I think it's above average. I think it's better than most people say it is. And I personally quite enjoy it. I'm not going to call it anything more than decent. No, absolutely not. But it's decent. You know what? I will take a decent episode to end a season over a piece of crap episode to end a season. So, yeah. In this episode, for Best Friends Day, I think we've done this plot before. Patrick gives SpongeBob a giant gumball that he calls Gummy as a gift. And at first, SpongeBob's really appreciative of it, and in turn, he gets Patrick a robot called Robo, who's responsible for some of the best gags in the episode, by the way. But after a while, SpongeBob gets sick of the smell and all the things that start coming out of this giant gumball, so yeah, he tries to get rid of it, only for Patrick to keep trying to stop him inadvertently. And then it just goes on and on from there. That's the simplest way I can try to explain it. Highlight number 1 for me is going to be every scene with Robo. Like, I'm sorry. Every time this robot's on screen, he cracks me up. I don't know what it is. It's weird. He just cracks me up. Every time I see him, he cracks me up. And then my second highlight is going to be where the truck driver argues with his truck when he's trying to pull away from the gum lasso that Sandy put on his, I forget what they call it. That thing on the back that trucks have to put like trailers and stuff on it. Sorry, I forget what it's called. But yeah, when he's literally complaining, like he's literally like it's hard to explain. It's just funny, and when you see it, it's going to make you laugh. And I do really like the ending, even though it is a bit gross, where Patrick really does miss his gum and he wants it back. So SpongeBob asks him first if he wants it back, and he's very sweet and earnest about it. Like, he doesn't sound like, oh, well, take this back as I don't want it, like a spoiled brat. But no, he's actually really soft-spoken and earnest about it. Like, Patrick, do you miss your gummy? Like, it's a really nice sentiment. Yeah, it's a bit gross, but it's still sentiment. So what do I not like about the episode? Well, Squidward gets dragged in once again for no reason. I did not like that. I think the whole thing with the gumball gets dragged on way too much. And Sandy showing up is pretty much pointless to the overall story because she barely does anything. She just tries to get SpongeBob out of the gum, it fails, and she ends up in the gum, and that's it. So, yeah, that's pretty much the episode. It has some gross imagery, but if you can get around that, it's a solid, decent episode. So, thank you guys for watching. Final word for this episode is going to be a 6 out of 10. And that's going to be the end of SpongeBob Season 4. Yeah, if I haven't already made it clear, I love this season. And according to the score sheet, it is a 29-9 ratio. 29 good to 9 bad. So, yeah, that's a pretty good margin if you ask me. Not to mention, only 4 of those 9 episodes are outright bad. The other ones are just fine. But the 29 that are good are really good. Like, this season is so underrated and so underappreciated. Yes, I can understand the context about it when it was first made at the time. But looking back at it now, well, I loved it as a kid despite that, and I still love it now. It has always been one of my favorite seasons of SpongeBob, and I don't care if it's controversial, I prefer this over Season 3. I just feel like there's more gags, there's more memorable moments, and just a lot greater episodes. I know that's going to get me shot in the comment section, I know, but it's my opinion, it doesn't have to be yours. In my opinion, Season 4 is a very strong, very great season, and if I had to give it a final score for the season overall is going to be an 8. I feel like an 8 is fair because I do have to take into account the bad episodes and the average episodes, but it's an overwhelming majority of positivity. This is a fantastic season of SpongeBob, and if you haven't watched it yet for some reason, because you think all post-movie SpongeBob is bad, give this one another chance. I think that if you give it another chance and just go into it with the mindset of entertainment value, I think you're going to come out satisfied. It's a great season, it's underrated, and I personally really do recommend it. It was one of my favorites as a kid, and it's still one of my favorites now. Fantastic season, and I'm glad I finally got to talk about it. Yep, that's going to do it for this final episode review for SpongeBob Season 4. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And, yeah, it gets kind of rough from here on out, because starting with next year, with Season 5, we're going to dive headfirst into the Dark Ages, where we're going to get less good episodes and a lot more mediocre to garbage episodes. Like, the Season 5 ratio, I'm going to tell you right now, is 21 to 20. Yeah, that's more than a bit of a fall off from Season 4, isn't it? But thankfully, I don't have to worry about that until next year, so I'll worry about it then, but I am going to tell you right now, from here on out, these reviews are going to get darker. They're probably going to get more angry, because this is when we get the really garbage episodes in this show. But you know what? It is what it is. I also want to make an extra announcement. Next year, I'm going to be doing 2 SpongeBob months, because I'm trying to catch up all the way up to Season 14. And if I keep doing it one by one by one by one, I'm not going to have any chance of catching up. So what we're going to do is that next year, we are going to do SpongeBob Month 5 in June, and then we're going to do Season 6 in September. Because this September, I'm doing Dragon Ball. I'm doing Dragon Ball. I do not care if it gets me crap in the comment section or if people don't watch it. I'm doing Dragon Ball because I really want to talk about it. Deal with it. And then next September, we're going to do SpongeBob Month Season 6. So, yep. We don't have to nosedive into insanity and horrific garbage yet, but yeah, just a heads up, if there starts to be swearing in these episodes, as well as a lot more negativity, yeah, that's why. So, yep. Thankfully, like I said, don't have to worry about that till next year. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, I'll see you guys later today. Why did I say tomorrow? Yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Today. Dang it. I'll see you guys later today for the Aquatic Neptune reaction of the day, the Triple Goofy Goober Berry Sunrise. And then tomorrow you have 4 Aquatic Neptune reactions on top of the Nintendo Direct. So, yeah, tomorrow you are getting 5 videos in a row. Don't say I'm not giving you content. But, yeah. I think also, while I'm still here, I should tell you guys the rest of the schedule going forward for this month. So, I already told you about the 21st, that's tomorrow. And then the 22nd, we're going to take a break, because I need to recharge, man. And then the 23rd, I'm going to review the Netflix movie Nimona. I haven't read the comic that's apparently based off of, so it should be an interesting watch. And then the 24th, that is the Too Many Games vlog, when I go to TMG, and I get to meet all those famous people, and, well, I'm making a vlog, so it can almost feel like you guys are there with me. But I should explain that I have to do it in this screen recorder format because of the audio problems on my phone. So, yeah, just to let you know that as a heads up. I'm not going to be this small, I'm going to be dead center in the middle. But to keep it from looking too boring or have the black bars next to it making you think it's done like this and not this, I'm going to use a colored background. What colored background? I don't know. I'm going to figure it out when I get there. But, yep, that's going to do it. Sorry, I'm rambling. Oh, wait, no, not yet. And then the 25th through the 29th will be a hiatus to recharge, and also because of my other channel, Indiana Jones is coming out, so I'm going to need to do those reviews. And then on the 30th of this year, I'm going to finally get to see Ruby Gillman's Teenage Kraken, the latest film from DreamWorks. Super excited for that, and then we will be ending the month on a DreamWorks tier list. And maybe, hopefully, I'll be able to see Elemental before the end of the month. So, yeah. that's everything you have to look forward to. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you for the Aquatic Neptune reaction. Peace.